Today we're going to read from a different part of the Bhagavatam. Canto 1, Chapter 17, text number 3. Punishment and Reward of Kali is the title of the chapter. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. Om Namo Bhagavate Vasudevaya. In Sanskrit. Kamcha Dharma Dukham Dinam Brisham Sudra Padahatam Vivatsam Ashru Vadanam Shamam Ya Vasam Ichatim Gamcha Dharma Dukham Dinam Brisham Sudra Padahatam Vivatsam Ashru Vadanam Shamam Ya Vasam Ichatim. Translation by Srila Prabhupada. Although the cow is beneficial because one can draw religious principles from her, she was now rendered poor and calfless. Her legs were being beaten by a Sudra. There were tears in her eyes, and she was distressed and weak. She was hankering after some grass in the field. Purport by His Divine Grace Srila Prabhupada. The next symptom of the age of Kali is the distressed condition of the cow. Milking the cow means drawing the principles of religion in a liquid form. The great rishis and munis would live only on milk. Srila Sukadeva Goswami would go to a householder while he was milking a cow, and he would simply take a little quantity of it for subsistence. Even 50 years ago, no one would deprive a sadhu of a quart or two of milk. And every householder would give milk like water. For a Sanatanist, a follower of Vedic principles, it is a duty of every householder to have cows and bulls as household paraphernalia, not only for drinking milk, but also for deriving religious principles. The Sanatanist worships cows on religious principles and respects brahmanas. The cow's milk is required for the sacrificial fire, and by performing sacrifices, the householder can be happy. The cow's calf not only is beautiful to look at, but also gives satisfaction to the cow, and so she delivers as much milk as possible. But in the Kali Yuga, the calves are separated from the cows as early as possible, for purposes which may not be mentioned in these pages of Srimad Bhagavatam. The cow stands with tears in her eyes. The Sudra milkman draws milk from the cow artificially, and when there is no milk, the cow is sent to be slaughtered. This next sentence is very important. These greatly sinful acts are responsible for all the troubles in present society. People do not know what they are doing in the name of economic development. The influence of Kali will keep them in the darkness of ignorance. Despite all endeavors for peace and prosperity, they must try to see that the cows and the bulls are happy in all respects. Foolish people do not know how one earns happiness by making the cows and the bulls happy, but it is a fact by the law of nature. Let us take it from the authority of Srimad Bhagavatam and adopt the principles for the total happiness of humanity. Namo Vishnu Padaya Krishna Vasaya Bhutale Shrimati Bhaktivedanta Swaminiti Namini Namaste Saraswati Deve Gauravani Pacharine Nirvishesha Sunyavadi Paschachide Shatarine Om Agana Timrandasya Gananjana Salakaya Chakshrun Militam Jena Tasmai Shri Guruve Namaha. So, before we start, there's a little book that I'd like to read you, just a couple of things. Maybe some of you have seen it. It's called Sacred Cow. It's got lots of really nectar slokas from different, from Mahabharata, Rig Veda, Srila Prabhupada's books. This particular section is called Offering Obeisances to the Cow. O cow, who are not meant to be killed, I offer my obeisances to you. At the time of your birth and after your birth, I also offer obeisances unto your body, the hairs on your body, and to your hooves. I offer my obeisances to the cow in whose body Lakshmi resides. I offer my respects to the beautiful cow, for she is pure, simple, and aromatic. I bow down before the cow, who is a daughter of Brahma. She is pure internally and externally, and she keeps the whole atmosphere pure by her presence. I repeatedly offer my obeisances unto her. When the churning of the milk ocean took place, 5 cows appeared from it. Among them, the best one was known as Nanda. I offer my obeisances to her again and again. O best of the Surabhi cows, you fulfill all desires, and you are bathed by the waters of all the holy places. Therefore, O purifying agent, my repeated obeisances unto you. I bow down to the cow who pervades all animate and inanimate beings, and who is the mother of all who lived in the past and who will live in the future. And this one sloka is entitled Serving the Cow. A person who serves the cow and takes care of her in all respects receives the most rare benediction from her. Do not become envious of the cow, even in your mind. Always try to please her and serve her as far as possible. Offer respect and worship her. A human being who joyfully serves the cow daily becomes fit to receive great prosperity. And there's different types of prosperity. Material wealth, but we are also receiving spiritual prosperity by serving Gomata. And this is the biggest blessing of all, is that Krishna will manifest himself in our hearts so that we can serve him and develop our loving attachment for him. So if you can get this little book, it's loaded with nectar. So back to the sloka this morning. "5,000 years ago, Maharaj Parikshit received a message, and it was a very disturbing message. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda Sitaram Hanuman Lakshman Gauranitai." Maharaj Parikshit received a very disturbing message. And what was this message? The message was that there was a cow and bull, and their legs were being beaten by a Sudra, black body, dressed as a king. Now Maharaj Parikshit, he found this quite shocking, because in his kingdom, these things just didn't go on. The cows were taken care of nicely. There is no question of any of the residents of his kingdom being maliciously attacked, what to speak of the cow and bull. So, Maharaj Parikshit, he had 2 options. He could just dismiss it, say, "Oh, these things don't happen in my kingdom. It's just some rumor, some hoax." That was one option. The other option was that he was going to go and see what was happening. So what did he do? He went. He was a righteous king. He was a pious king. He was ruling his kingdom on the principles of religion: truthfulness, honesty, mercy, austerity. These are the 4 legs of the cow. So Maharaj Parikshit went, and what did he see when he got there? He saw a very terrible scene. There was a Sudra, black body, dressed as an emperor, and he was beating on the legs of the cow and bull. And he was astonished. Yes, this is actually happening in my kingdom. It was amazing. And immediately he arrested Kali. So, Maharaj Parikshit inquired, "Oh, my dear cow, my dear bull, who are you?" So the cow explained that, "I am Bhumi. I am the presiding deity of the planet. And I am personified in the body of the cow." And the bull explained, "I am Dharma. I am the representative of religious principles in the form of a bull." And they were in very, very agitated condition. They were crying and they're trembling and they're passing urine and the legs are standing. So, this is 5,000 years ago. And during the course of questioning from Maharaj Parikshit to the cow and bull, he asked, "Do you wish to lodge a complaint against this black man, this Kali, who is dressed as an emperor and who is beating your legs?" And what did they say? Again, another shocking message to Maharaj Parikshit. What did they say? Said, "Yes, kill this man." No. They said, "We do not wish to make a complaint." Again, Maharaj Parikshit, he was astonished. And Maharaj Parikshit asked them, "Why is it that you don't want to make a complaint?" And they replied, "Because we understand that everything can happen only if it is sanctioned by the Supreme Personality of Godhead, Lord Krishna." So, again, Maharaj Parikshit, he's astonished at this answer. So, this episode, which happened, was actually a test which was set up by Lord Krishna to test Maharaj Parikshit, to see what kind of a king, what kind of an emperor he was. Was he righteous? Is he going to get up and is he going to go and see what's happening? Take care of the residents of his kingdom? So, in Canto 1, Chapter 17, in the purport to number 20, Prabhupada says, "The conclusion is therefore that the suffering of the representative of religion and the representative of the earth, as present before Maharaj Parikshit, were planned to prove that Maharaj Parikshit was the ideal executive head because he knew well how to give protection to the cows, the earth, and the brahmanas, religious principles, the two pillars of spiritual advancement." So, we're also following in the footsteps of Maharaj Parikshit. And this is one of our responsibilities as devotees of Lord Krishna, members of ISKCON, living in Srila Prabhupada's house and representing Srila Prabhupada, is that we give all attention to the protection of the cows and bulls. So the question is, what is cow protection? What does it mean when we say cow protection? Does it mean that we have some cows and we like to hug them and squeeze them and big pets? Is this what it means? And that the deities can have some milk? What does cow protection mean? We give them all shelter? Yes. But what is our understanding about cow protection? Why are we giving them shelter? Why are they so special? One reason is the cow is considered our mother.
Just set an example
Ooh, very good. To set an example for the rest of society. But what is that example? What do the cows and bulls represent? So, the four legs of the cow and bull, they are the four pillars of religious life. Truthfulness, cleanliness, mercy, and austerity. Do we see these qualities in Kali Yuga society? We don't see these qualities. I mean, we can look at politicians. How honest are they? Are they speaking from both sides of their mouth at the same time? They say one thing and then they do another thing just to get your vote. So, these four principles of religion, the four legs of the cow, are replaced by sinful activities. Intoxication, meat eating, gambling, and illicit sex life. Do we see that in today's society? Are those the pillars of today's social activities? So by protecting the cow, by taking care of her nicely, by taking care of the bull, and by making sure that these two living entities, these two living entities, they are given all respect, they are given all facility for their comfort. So, cow protection is not a very simple thing, because we have to live the philosophy. When we take care of the cows, it means that we are putting into action the lifestyle of Krishna consciousness. Not that we're just reading. Yeah, we can read. Prabhupada wants us to read his books every day, at least an hour. But we need to live the philosophy. So how many of you are book distributors? They've already gone out? So Prabhupada told us, preaching is the essence, bulls are the basis, purity is the force, utility is the principle. I was watching your eyes. Is that what Prabhupada said? Bulls are the basis? What did he say? Preaching is the essence. Purity is the force. Utility is the principle. Books are the basis. But what do the books say? It's a fact. Books are the basis. But what do the books say? They say that bulls are the basis. Dharma, religious principles. Are we living our lives based on religious principles? Have we taken shelter of the instructions of Lord Krishna in Bhagavad Gita? Where he says, surrender unto me, have no fear. I will protect you, he says. Or are we still taking shelter of the Ugra Karma society? Are we practicing cow protection, and if we are still buying milk from the shop, from cows who are going to slaughter? Is that cow protection? Yes, we may have some milk for the deities, but then we go to the shop and buy milk from cows. Is that cow protection? So, we have to become very diligent. If we need more milk from the cows, for the community, then okay. Then we should make that arrangement. But to buy milk from the shop is very dangerous. Because you are, let me rephrase that, because we are, if we are buying milk from the shop, then we are still supporting the slaughterhouse activities. These cows are still going. You can use the argument of Agyanta Sukriti, which has been used for decades. Oh, the cows will get benefit unknowingly. It's a fact. But the real fact is that we have to show the example. Prabhupada said, example is better than precept. So if we don't show the example of cow protection, then who's going to follow what we are talking about? Nobody. They say, oh, you're drinking milk from the shop? So what's our excuse? Haribo. Why are we still buying milk from the shop? Yeah, cheap, but the karma's attached to it. So, huh? Yeah. Yeah. But what's attached to it? Love and devotion. And the milk in the shop, huh? Oh, that's a good option. Many devotees are vegans. So, we have to come to the position of we're going to show the example. So, it's a big endeavor. It's a huge endeavor. But this excuse of the Ganta Sukriti, we're going to be entangled in that, in those cows going, yes, they will get some benefit. But we really need to show the example. And then people will sit up and say, oh, they are living what they are talking. That's the point. And Prabhupada's books, you can open any book. Just in this one volume of this canto, there's at least 20, 30 references to cow protection. Not specifically under cow protection. You can look under butter, you can look under Yasoda, you can look under Nanda Maharaj, you can look under Gopas or Gopis. You look at all these different key words and you're going to find references to the importance of cow protection. What is the basis? What does Prabhupada explain to be the basis of Brahminical culture? Cow protection. The 8th canto, 24th verse, text number 5. You marked it last night. So this is Matsya, the Lord's fish incarnation. Who would expect to see something about cow protection in this chapter? Sri Sukha Uvacha Govipra Sura Sadhunam Chandasam Api Chesvara Raksham Ichams Tanurdate Dharmasya Arthasya Chavahi. Translation. Sri Sukadeva Goswami said, O king, for the sake of protecting the cows, brahmanas, demigods, devotees, the Vedic literature, religious principles, and principles to fulfill the purpose of life, the Supreme Personality of Godhead accepts the forms of incarnations. Srila Prabhupada's purport. The Supreme Personality of Godhead generally appears in various types of incarnations to give protection to the cows and brahmanas. The Lord is described as Go Brahmana Hitaya Cha. In other words, He is always eager to benefit the cows and brahmanas. When Lord Krishna appeared, He purposefully became a cowherd boy and showed personally how to give protection to the cows and calves. So Krishna did this on purpose. He took birth in the family of cowherds and showed personally how to give protection to the cows and calves. It wasn't a mistake. It wasn't, some random Big Bang theory. No, Krishna purposefully, He did this on purpose to show us. So as leaders of society, future leaders of society, we will be able to show the example of cow protection. Similarly, He showed respect to Sudama Vipra, a real Brahmana. From the Lord's personal activities, human society should learn how to give protection specifically to the Brahmins and cows. Then, the protection of religious principles, fulfillment of the aim of life, and protection of Vedic knowledge can be achieved. Prabhupada's laying it out step by step. Now this is an important sense. These are all important senses, but this is kind of a clincher. Without protection of cows, Brahminical culture cannot be maintained. And without Brahminical culture, the aim of life cannot be fulfilled. So, every time we are buying milk from the shop, we are not maintaining Brahminical culture. We are diluting it, watering it down. It's a big, big endeavor throughout all of ISKCON to help the devotees understand the essence, the real essence and importance of cow protection. It's the cornerstone which everything else is resting on. It's not just that, oh yes, we have cows and the devotees like to hug them. It's a protection of the religious principles. There's letters from Srila Prabhupada. There's a book called Shikshamrita. It's excerpts from letters of Prabhupada's 3 big volumes. I have the volume upstairs that has about cow protection and simple living. Letters going back to 1966, where Prabhupada is writing letters to the devotees in New Vrindavan about cow protection and the importance. Our main business is cow protection, he says. So, without protection of cows, Brahminical culture cannot be achieved. Without protection of cows, Brahminical culture cannot be maintained, and without Brahminical culture, the aim of life cannot be fulfilled. The Lord, therefore, is described as Go Brahmana Hitaya because his incarnation is only for the protection of the cows and Brahmanas. Unfortunately, because in Kali Yuga, there is no protection of the cows in Brahminical culture, everything is in a precarious position. If human society wants to be exalted, the leaders of society must follow the instructions of Bhagavad Gita and give protection to the cows, the Brahmanas, and Brahminical culture. So, Prabhupada has asked us to do many things. One thing is to distribute his books. Top of the list, book distribution. Top of the list. And in the books there's so many references to so many different activities. Srila Prabhupada was asked twice the same question, both times in Vrindavan, both times close to the end of his earthly pastimes with us. Srila Prabhupada, one devotee asked, is there anything that you lament not having been able to accomplish? Srila Prabhupada thought for a little while. It was quiet. And then he said, no, there's nothing. And then it was quiet for a little while. And he said, yes, that I have not been able to establish Varnashram Dharma. And then on the second occasion, also in Vrindavan, Prabhupada was asked, Srila Prabhupada, is there anything that you lament not having been able to establish? And Prabhupada, yes. That I have not been able to implement Varnashram Dharma. And this time the devotee said, and how would you do that, Srila Prabhupada? Now we all know that Srila Prabhupada was trying to get to America. He actually got as far as London. Was he here at the manor? He came to the manor. He was trying to go to America. He was trying to go to Gitanagari, which at that time was the most developed farm community within ISKCON. And Srila Prabhupada's answer was, yes, I want to go to Gitanagari. I want to sit down there and show you how to live off the land. That's all Prabhupada said for his answer. See? So he's given us the knowledge. He developed an army of book distributors and Sankirtan devotees on the streets performing Yuga Dharma, delivering Lord Chaitanya's message of the holy name. But he wanted to establish Varnashram by sitting down, showing us how to live off the land, actually depending on Krishna. There's many references to agriculture. Agriculture. If you break agriculture into two parts, it's agri and culture. It's the culture of the land, which Krishna is showing us in his Vrindavan pastimes. Nanda Maharaj is king of the cowherds. So many other cowherds. Prabhupada explains in the 5th chapter of Krishna book how the residents of Vrindavan were wealthy. Where did they get their wealth from? He said they were just village people. On the surface it appears that they were just simple cowherds taking care of cows. He said this was their wealth. The cows, the land, and their supply of grains. This was their wealth. And the cows are giving dairy products. And without dairy products, you can't worship the deities. How are the Brahmins going to do sacrifice without ghee? Is it possible? I was just in Russian-speaking countries. So I was asking them, without cows, how are you doing your sacrifice? They grow a lot of sunflowers in Russia. So I said, you're going to use sunflower oil? And they go, oh, no. I said, but where are you getting your ghee from? Is it pure? We're buying from the shop. So again, that violence is attached. We have to become serious about taking care of cows for Krishna. Is Krishna a cowherd boy? Or is it just some story that Prabhupada is showing us in Bhagavatam and Krishna book? Is Krishna a cowherd boy? Are these his pastimes? Are we meant to live these pastimes? Or is it just something we're going to read in the morning? And then go to Walmart or Tesco or whatever. But as Mataji said, we have to show the example. Then people will say, oh yes, they're living what they are talking. Something to think about. It's a big endeavor. Is Srila Prabhupada a farmer? Yes? No? Is Srila Prabhupada a farmer? No answers? Srila Prabhupada is a farmer. These are his seeds. And he is asking us to plant these seeds in the hands. Jai Shri Shri Radha Gokulananda, Sitaram, Lakshman, Hanuman, Gauranitai. Srila Prabhupada has given us all these seeds in the form of his books. I was reading some of these testimonials, how people got their first book. And it's, made me cry. It's so wonderful. This book distribution. Planting these seeds. Reading this morning, didn't it say that planting these books in the hands of the living entities? How was that this morning? Does anybody remember? These books are so special. Prabhupada was saying, just by reading one word or one sloka, it'll save their lives. So Srila Prabhupada has given us these seeds. He's labored with so much love for us and compassion and mercy for all the fallen conditioned living entities on the planet. And he's given us these books. These are the seeds, these are the Bhakti Lata Bij, the creeper of devotional service. So Prabhupada's a farmer. He's a farmer of the heart. So not just the book marathon. The Prabhupada book marathon is very important. But every day when you go out and distribute Srila Prabhupada's books, Prabhupada said these books are his heart. And when you distribute books, you're keeping his heart beating. So we don't want to see Prabhupada's heart weak. When budum, 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 strong, pumping that blood of Krishna consciousness into every town and village on the planet. And when you plant a seed, you have to water it. So how do you water this seed? Oh, chanting. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Oh, water the seed. Sri Nam Prabhu, Yuga Dharma, the holy name. Is this what we're hankering after? This medicine to cleanse our hearts of lust and greed and enviousness and anger and false pride, and understand our real relationship with who we are, who Krishna is, and what our eternal relationship is. Jiva Swarapaya Nitya Krishna Das. Living entity is eternally the servant of the Supreme Personality of Godhead. And when we act in that way, when we think in that way, when we mold our life in that way, then we can actually become happy in this very lifetime. Prabhupada said, in this lifetime you can actually become happy. The main medicine, watering the root, is Sri Nam Prabhu, Hare Krishna Mahamantra. So, book distributors are glorious, absolutely glorious. Their service is so special. So, cow protection is the foundation of Brahminical culture. We have to think seriously about how to do it in such a way that we are not involving ourselves in the business of the slaughterhouse. Business means supply and demand. If there's no demand, then the supplier, he has to make the supply smaller and smaller. So if the demand for meat products and dairy products from unprotected cows goes down, then their business is going to finish. So Prabhupada has given us another weapon, how to do that. Prasadam. Prasadam is the most amazing foodstuffs on the planet. It's Krishna's, tasted it. It's Krishna's mercy. And it's so wonderful to see living entity for the first time taste prasadam. Changes their lives. Changes their lives. So, Harinam Sankirtan, Yuga Dharma, distributing Srila Prabhupada's books, top of the line, a must. Prasadam distribution, capturing the tongue. The tongue has two functions, tasting and vibrating sound. Everybody likes to sing, isn't it? How many radio stations in in London, playing this song, that song? Everybody wants to sing. They want some pleasant. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he is giving us the best song. And Krishna Prasadam. So in this way, Prabhupada has given us all the tools, all the weapons to fight against Maya's influences, to fight against Kali's influences of illicit sex life, gambling, intoxication, meat eating. We just need to apply those tools diligently every day. And fully understand the importance of cow protection. It's a very big part of our philosophy. Haribol. Questions, comments, corrections?